Hey, just letting you all know, I will be doing my first test stream over at Twitch on September 16th at 6 p.m. with more scheduled streams to come. So if you're not following me on Twitch, you probably should. Thanks everyone. Hello everyone! It's your cutest little call. Hi Mecha! And welcome back to Snestember, the month where I'm raising awareness for the preservation of classic video games. Speaking of which, did you know that only 13% of classic video games published in the United States are currently in release? That is nearly 87% of classic video games released in the US that are almost impossible to play for the average consumer. More on that in the link down in the description below, but this is Cybernator, another game from my childhood that I remember very fondly from the Super Nintendo era. This is a game developed by Konami, and it's only titled Cybernator in the West. In other areas, it was titled Assaultsuitsvalken, and it's actually a sequel, which I had no idea until I did research on this game. This is actually a sequel to the Assault Suits series. Unlike Brainlord, however, this game has been re-released. Right now you can play it on the Switch, actually. It was released earlier this year on the Switch as Assaultsuitsvalken Declassified. It has updated translation, save states, unlockable cheats, and a bunch of extra digital features. But today I'm playing the game as I remembered it, which is a pretty difficult game, if I remember correctly. I remember not getting very far in this game at all as a kid, but I remember being blown away by like several different aspects of it. Because this was like one of the first shmups that I've ever played, like a shoot 'em up. It's got shoot 'em up aspects as well as platforming aspects, like this. Look at this! Look at this! Oh my god! And I played this game before Contra, so like it was the first time I ever saw like you could do this. You could shoot in a 360 pretty much. Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's story, but again, I never really focused on it, to be honest. I just remember... Look at this. This is another thing that, like, my brother and I were blown away by this game when we played this. Like, you can destroy the floor with your bullets and everything. It's really cool. And I'm glad this game, at the very least, got a re-release. I don't think it was a remake. It was pretty much a re-release. As far as I could tell. You know, I haven't played the Switch version myself. But from the research, it seemed like it's just the same game. And like, oh, the music is so good. The music is so good. The graphics are really cool. You just shoot everything. Explosions, nah! It's really nice. Like, you get this punch. Look at this punch. You just screw these guys. Screw you. I'm punching you. I'm punching you. God, come on. There we go. The Valken cannon is like the better thing for this. But yeah, I didn't know that this. I never knew that this was a sequel. Like that kind of bewilders me, and I just found that out recently. Look, little guy, get back here! Get back here! Get back here! I'll kill you. I think he's actually like a good guy or something. I can't remember. But it's just like a little guy just walking around. This game's a lot more fast-paced than Brainlord. I usually don't play RPGs on this channel, especially for a one-off, because like how slow-paced and like, you know, you don't really get much to go anywhere until like later on. But with this game, oh geez, this is the first boss. This guy's not that tough though. It's basically just this thing. You're trying to get it to stop blowing up the mothership or something, or blowing up a planet. I can't remember the lore in this game, but you know, it's your typical like space opera mech kind of stuff, and I love mecha stuff. So that's why, you know, I kind of grew up with this stuff. This is the game that I grew up with when it came to like mech stuff. And there we go. Even though my shield was dangerously down, I did it. Alright, we're out of here. Full speed ahead. Nice. Ugh. God, I like all the designs of like the mechs and the ships and stuff. Ugh. Hurry up. Gotta skip all this stuff. Gotta get back to the gameplay. I'm an impatient gamer. Blah 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 blah. Alright, this is the shmup section. This is where the game gets a little more challenging, because, like, I'm not the best when it comes to shoot-'em-ups. Oh, jeez. I completely lost where I was for a second. That's one reason why I'm not the best at shoot-'em-ups. But also, like, this is very fast-paced. Especially compared to, other Konami, shoot-'em-up games. Like, God, what's the game, Gradius? Like Gradius, the game that introduced the Konami code. And actually, I don't know if this game has the Konami code in it. I don't think I've ever attempted the Konami code in this game. I guess because when I was a kid, like, I didn't recognize that that code was specific to some games. Oh, look at this. Like, you are now kind of grounded, but also, like, at the same time, just, like, free. Like, going everywhere. Got these power chips, but what power is that giving me? I need health. That's what I need. Jake, your shield is dangerously low. Yeah, okay. I took my time to read that. Look at this continue screen. This is so cool. Alright, I'll use one of my credits, because apparently this was the time where arcades were, like, still the thing, so you would, like, use credits instead of extra lives. Yeah, blah 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 blah. And I don't think this was released for the arcades or anything. This was released for PAL territories, I believe, and Japan and America, obviously. It was originally on the Super Nintendo as an exclusive. I believe it got ported to the PS2 later on, but only in some territories. I don't think it was in the US. I don't think the US got a PS2 port of this game. But it did get ported to the Switch recently, which is cool. Unfortunately, it's not on Steam, as far as I am aware. Maybe it will happen soon, though, because, like, it just got the Switch port earlier this year. But I believe the first game in the series is on Steam, and I own it. I haven't played it before, but, like, I bought it because I was like, oh, it looks just like Cybernator, and it turns out it's the first game in the series. Yes, I know! My shield is dangerously low! You're distracting me! Oh my god, how... I think this was always the level that would stump my brother and I. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. I don't know why I picked this game, but it's difficult, because, like, games back in this era, they kind of were difficult. But getting back to, like, what the real point of these videos are supposed to be. Video game preservation. The topic that I'm going to talk about a lot during these videos. It's very important cause to me because, like, I did grow up with these games. Even though these games are, like, much older than me, and I'm kind of, like, behind the times on... I was always behind the times on, like, what is the trending video games and everything. Well, what's the new games to be playing? But that's because I was kind of, like, I kind of grew up poor. So, like, these games were my first introduction to gaming was the Super Nintendo. So, like, that's the big reason why I wanted to play Super Nintendo games over anything else that I could have, like, chosen. Like, I could have chosen playing Atari games. I could have played Adventure for the Atari for, like, 4 episodes or something. But this was my introduction into gaming, and this was one of the first games that I had for the system. Can I? Yes, I can blow that up. I got a new weapon! Missiles! Yeah! Screw you! Die! Ah! No, I wanted that H. I wanted that H. I could not get that H. Bam! 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 Okay. I got one more credit left. Oh my god, it always brings me back here. Okay. But yeah, the Super Nintendo was my introduction to video games. And I love that era of video games. These games were my childhood. Brainlord I got a little later. in my childhood. I was almost a teenager by that point when I got that game. But this one I was definitely a kid when I played it. And I haven't played it since either. So this is the first time I'm playing this game since I was a kid. And I remember not getting very far in that game, and I can see why! This is a hard game! But this is also another game that I don't really hear a lot of people talking about. And which is a real shame, because this game is really cool. Maybe not like the best shmup or action platformer kind of thing. Maybe you wanna play Contra 3 The Alien Wars, if you want like the best. That is these kind of like guys blowing up stuff. But if you want like a cool mech game, like this game is like probably right up your alley. I don't know. Alright, did I reach the boss? Is this him? This it? Okay. Yeah, I remember this thing! Yes! I remember this! Oh my god, that's terrifying. Yes, I know my shields are dangerously low. God, it's so hard to like control yourself in this area, in this space. It's so hard. So hard to like aim where you need to go. And I am gamed over. Okay, hang on. Are there any cheat codes for Cybernator? All right. So at the title screen, you hold up LR and then press start. And you get extra continues, apparently. Not exactly the Konami code, but it works. It works for my situation. Hopefully I can get past that, that stage, that level, that board, as some people call it. And hopefully that code actually worked for me. Alright, yeah. I just need to not die on this stage. Which shouldn't be too big of a problem. This is not a hard stage at all. It's a great introduction stage though, because there's like a lot of like explosions and enemies and blah blah blah. Got testosterone in space. Space testosterone. This does really make me want to play like the rest of the games in this series too. Because like I said, this is my only game that I played. Like, I didn't even know that this was part of a series, like, up until like a couple days ago when I read that. I'm also curious how the Switch port holds compared to this game. It would be nice to like see a video on that or something to like show like, oh, the comparisons between the two games. You know, the original and the remake. Or re-release? I don't know. It's hard with like all these like re-releases and remakes and stuff. Like, what do you call this version of the game? Like, even like Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's like a remake, but also a sequel, but also a spin-off, but also like a reimagining? I don't know what you call it. I don't even know what to call this remake, or as you would call it. I don't know what to call it. The Valken Assault Suits Valken remake, remaster, re-release. Cause yeah, it's like, it's apparently the same game, but they also added a lot of new stuff to it. So I don't know what you would consider it. I guess just call it what the creators called it, which was a re-release. A definitive port, I guess you would say. Give me that W, baby. God, I'm not doing good. Yes, I know my shields are dangerously low. But here's the boss. Here it comes. Here comes the boss. Never mind. I have died before I got the boss. It gave me 3 extra credits. I guess that's double of what I had, but that's still, like, not a lot of extra credits. Especially when you look at the Konami code with Contra and they give you 30 lives instead of 3. That's 10 times, not 2 times. Whatever. This game's challenging, I guess. This game was meant to be challenging. And you know, it's pretty challenging. Like, God, if only I was good at shmups. And I feel like I used to be good at shmups. I don't know what happened to me. I guess I got old. Or something, I don't know. Like, I forget, like, what is what, you know? I realize that, you know, what's the bullets, and who is me, and who's the enemies and stuff. But it just goes by so fast. You know? Oh, that happens! And that happens as well! Can I, like, keep getting more credits if I just keep holding up plus L plus R and keep clicking start? I don't think that's how it works. God, I love this freaking music. The Super Nintendo sound chip was really good. Like freaking, just like the Konami and Capcom games that came out for this system. Like, the music's so good. And obviously, like, Zelda and Mario, you know, you can't go wrong with Koji Kondo and stuff. That's iconic sounds, super iconic sounds and music from video games, like, spawned out of this era in gaming. And, like, you can even look at it like not even Super Nintendo. There's other consoles as well, like the Sega Genesis and everything. Even though I was never a Sega kid, I never owned a Sega console in my life. Still, like, there's some great games there, too. And those are games that are also, like, on the bracket for, like, video game preservation and everything. Which I should probably get back to, like, talking about. Because I've just been too distracted with how Nintendo hard this game is. But maybe I should also focus. Because I want to kill this guy. Am I out of missiles? I think I was out of missiles. I think I ran out of missiles. I also ran out of health. Yes, I will continue. Alright, I don't think that helped me get more, continues. I just tried holding the buttons again. Oh my god, no! I have to start from the beginning of the stage again! I'm not finishing this stage by the end of this video! Oh my god! But yeah, this game counts as a win for... I didn't get more credits, cool. This game counts as a huge win for video game preservation, because the actual companies are willing to re-release this game for modern consoles, update it a little bit, make it a little more modern, appeal to new demographics and stuff. But that's not the case for a lot of games on this hardware and stuff. Which is a real shame, but also at the same time, like, there's so many games. It can be really hard for companies and stuff to remake or re-release these games, especially like when people are looking for new games and stuff. But that's where video game archivists come in. Like the Video Game History Foundation. You know, these people are making efforts to preserve these games as they were, as they currently are, like with this game. Yeah, sure, we got a remake and stuff, and that's awesome. But like, if you want to play it as it was originally intended, the only way to do that is to preserve these games as they were, to like have the ROMs, dump them onto an online archive. And like people, I realize like companies are opposed to that, like especially video game companies, because they think that gamers are stealing from them. But like, you know, it comes to a point where like, do you really own these games anymore? Like, if you're not doing anything with them, and there's no way to actually like play them other than archiving them. That's like the only way you can play this game is if you have the original cartridge, or you're emulating the game like I am. Oh my god. Come on. Come on, give me that P. Yes, give me the power chip. Screw these asteroids with missile turrets. That makes sense. Who made these asteroids with missile turrets? Who put missile turrets on an asteroid? Who does that? What kind of psychotic idiot puts a missile turret on an asteroid and gives it sentience or something? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should use save states like the re-release or whatever. The remake, it's a re-release. It's the definitive port or whatever. It has save states. And I'll put a link to that port to like the Nintendo Switch store page for the re-release. So you can probably play this game if you want to. Like at least like that's the best option for people if they don't want to like turn to piracy. But for the majority of games, that's the only way that gamers can your average consumer can play them. Obviously, like there's crazy video game collectors out there who have every game under the sun. Like there's like people with huge collection of NES games and stuff, and that's good on them, right? Ooh, what's that? Energy. Did that give me health? I don't know. I couldn't tell. All right, let's try this again. If I ran out of continues again, I'm just calling it for an episode, for a video. Cause I got other games to play, and I don't want to keep playing this over and over again. I got my point across in the video. This game is really cool. It's hard though. It's a really hard game, as you can tell. Unless I'm just really bad. That could also be... That's also definitely a possibility. I'm not ruling that out at all. I could also be really bad at this game. And that's probably, like, more accurate, to be honest. I was bad as a kid in this game. I'm bad at it now. But it's also probably a game that you need to be... just need to get good at. Right? This predates Dark Souls in a game that you just need to get good. And that's how a lot of old games were, to be honest. There was no save states, save positions were brutal, and lives were limited, and if you run out, you have to start from the very beginning. Obviously, like, some games, like, gave you cheat codes or something, and you can, like, skip levels and stuff. And that was good for like games that didn't have the save chip in them. But a lot of the games, like, you're kind of screwed because like with this game, you're kind of just screwed. I wish this had a save feature. That'd be awesome, right? But unfortunately, that was not the case for a lot of these games. But if you want to like showcase your prowess as a real gamer, you gotta play these games and just get good, you know? Unfortunately, I'm not that kind of person who's like really competitive or really cares what other people think, like how good I am at a certain thing or whatever. But I got a lot of health going into this fight this time. Thank God. That was a waste of a missile, I think. I'm not sure if these missiles are limited in any sense, but they could be, so I am trying to use them sparingly, especially on this guy, because I need to use the missiles on him, because I think they do more damage. Oh, he's deteriorating. He's deteriorating. I'm doing it. Die. Oh my god, just kill him. Just end him. Oh, whoa. Oh, no, I'm out of missiles. Ah! Not punch! Oh my god. Okay. I did it. Did I do it? I did it! Yes! Screw you, mobile artillery thing. Some enemies have escaped though? Okay. It's fine. Let's go to the nucleus, I guess. I think that's what they were trying to say. All ships prepare to advance, penetrate the Ark Nova as planned, and destroy the base from inside. Alright. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you for the... Ooh, god. New stage. And it's with these controls now. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just have to board the ship. Wherever the entrance to that is. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Alright. These little penis lasers. No! Stop it! Okay, they track you. That's bad news. That's fine. I got this. This stage is so much easier than the last one. My god. At least for the time being. I'm not sure if I ever made it this far either as a kid. I might have. I don't know. It's been so long since I played this game. I remember, one time when our family was, like, really low on finances and stuff. Oh, geez, these things blow up. Dang. Is that hurting me? I don't know. I can't tell. Hopefully it wasn't. Get out of here, you little pee-pee lasers! These little pee-pee lasers! Get out of here! Get! Hey! But I still have my missiles. Okay. Should've been using my missiles. I remember this one time, like, my family was, like, really desperate for money, so, like, we ended up selling a lot of the Nintendo games that we had, and this was one of them, because we didn't play this game, we didn't get very far in this game. Look at the little guys! Okay, I have gotten this far before. The little guys! Oh my god! It's so funny! You just shoot them! Blah, 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 blah. I like that when you upgrade this, this Valken, I believe. You get the bouncy. You get the bouncy bullets. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I do remember this. I remember this. Jeez, okay. Missiles, missile time, missile time, missile time. I might just die. I might just die here. That might be a thing that might happen. But... Oh, God! Okay, I did not see that coming. Yeah, this was one of the games that my parents ended up selling to make some extra money. That, along with Super Mario RPG and a bunch of other games. I can't remember. There's a bunch of games that they end up selling, because, like, we just needed extra money. And it's a shame, because, like, this game's, like, really good. Oh, Another World was another one, or Out of This World. I can't remember which region called it what. But anyways, this was Cybernator. You can play this for yourself on the Switch, the more definitive version. Link to that game in the description, etc, etc. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Again, if you want to take a more deep look into the importance of video game preservation, there's a link to a study done down in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite classic video game was. Doesn't necessarily have to be the Super Nintendo. It can be for the NES, the Atari, the Sega, whatever game you remember fondly from your childhood. Leave it down there. And leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye!